Hey guys, welcome to episode number 80 of OG Toys. I'm OG. Today we're going to continue our look at the new Hero Factory Summer 2012 sets. And I got Nex in hand. And his set number is 6221. He has 39 pieces. Now Nex has been one of my favorite characters from Hero Factory, especially with the Nex 2.0 figure. That was one of my favorites out of that lineup. And they continued on with the Savage Planet. The Savage Planet figure is just amazing. I really like the way they turned him out into be like a saber-toothed tiger, and then with some slight modifications, I turned him into one of my favorite customs. But this guy here, as a basic figure, I just picked him up recently at Walmart for about $10.99 Canadian. He was available with all the other smaller figure sets, all $10.99. We had this guy, Stringer, XT4, and Thorax, I believe his name is. And none of the bigger sets, none of the bigger bag sets were out yet. I did pick up the two other Core Hunter and Bulk at Toys R Us a little while ago, so they would definitely make their ways along with Stormer XL, who looks just awesome, and Speeder Demon. Looking forward to getting those two figures for sure. I really like that motorcycle, but this guy is actually pretty darn cool. For one of the smaller sets, of course, they use the smaller stature. Legs aren't quite as long. He does have the more compressed chest piece as well. But this guy was outfitted with some pretty cool accessories. We take a look at his instruction manual. We got it here. It's a pretty simple build. Very quick build, actually. It'll probably take you less than like 2 minutes to build this figure. You're looking at about 20 pages or so. 21 pages of building. And what's cool on the back here, you can see a couple of the other figures, Stringer, Voltix, and then you got Nex with XT4, and they combine into this absolute monstrosity. It just looks odd, not very cohesive, just looks like a random mishmash of parts everywhere. Not too impressed. Definitely wouldn't even attempt to try that. Now this figure, I don't know if I'm going to pick him up, to be honest with you. He's not very, I don't know, there's something about him. He just lacks a lot of pieces. He looks incomplete. But I think when he does go on sale, I'll pick him up because he just has so many appendages, so many limbs, lots of pieces which I can use for customizing and extending some of the height on my figures. So eventually when he goes on sale for, $5-6, I'll be picking up a couple of them. Speaking of which, definitely head down to Walmart. I'm not going to throw out advertising for Walmart or anything like that, but if you're looking for some of the Savage Planet figures, they have them for $5 here in Canada. Picked up a few of them for some customizing. I mean, $5, you cannot go wrong. It's like half price for these figures. So if you're looking to pick something up, go check them out. But let's talk about Nex. We've wasted enough time jabbering about this other stuff. Pretty darn cool figure. I like the way they added this new shoulder piece here. Usually this has been incorporated into the leggings and using that as almost like a boot, but it's cool to see they use it for a shoulder. And this well, I call it a turbine. I've used it as a jetpack on Firelord had it, and one other figure as well. It's a really cool looking piece. I love the way they connected this translucent green piece of tubing into it. And they got this cool piece here, this translucent green piece, which we've seen in a lot of the Ninjago sets, and it's been like that slime coming off some of the snake heads that they've used in some of the temples. Looks really cool. And of course we got that awesome machine gun blaster with a cool gunmetal barrel here. He has another little cool thing here. He's got a spear gun. We've seen these in tons of aquatic themed Lego sets for the minifigures. Atlantis just recently, and it just goes into his shoulder. It's kind of a neat accessory to have. Never would have thought to use something like this on a Hero Factory guy, but it's actually pretty cool. It looks like an antenna. And of course he's got his handcuffs attached to his side here, and those are just plugged in via this little wrench piece. And you get two of them, and they fit in perfectly, and you can just attach that right on. Do love this color scheme. Like I said before, I love the orange and the white, and especially throwing in a couple of the darker gunmetal colors. It looks really cool. They'll flip him around. He's got nothing on his back. That sucks. They couldn't have thrown just a foot piece or something like that they did with some of the other Hero Factory guys from the Breakout Wave 1. Didn't do it this time, so that's a little disappointing, but I'll definitely customize this guy. His mask, let's take a closer look at his mask. Love the green face there, it's cool. So you can see, it's got a lot of detail. There is a lot of detailed work on the top piece. On the side here as well, he's got these little vents. He's got like a laser scope on his side. The only thing I really don't like is this opening part here. It just looks kind of odd, to be honest with you. Would have been nice if this was completely closed. I think that would have been cool. Or even just make the mask just come to a fine tip or something. But still, it's kind of neat. I like the orange color. I think it looks pretty sharp. Just wish the mask was just a little bit better designed. But overall, it's actually quite cool. And what you could do also is just attach. Boom. You can just put it onto his shoulder. And you can see the close-up of the face. And on his chest piece here, like with Stringer, he had that almost like a sound wave coming off his chest. It has like a bunch of circuitry, like a motherboard on that side. And this side as well, emitting from the hero core. He is a cool looking figure, definitely. You know, I like the way he looks. I love the color scheme. I think like him a little better than the Stringer figure. The Stringer figure was just, I don't know. He had this rock and roll vibe, which was kind of cool. But I just didn't care for the different color scheme. And I didn't really care for the lack in stature. Yeah, I definitely like seeing him a bit bulkier and more meat on him. But still, he's a cool figure, and I definitely would recommend this one over his Stringer, just because it's cool aesthetics. He's got a lot of interesting pieces, and he's got just a great color scheme and a very unique mask. They didn't recycle anything. It's a brand new mask, which I think is really cool. Could be a little better, but it's all in all, it's actually a really cool looking mask. So there you go, guys. That's my review of Next from the summer 2012 LEGO Hero Factory sets. We'll have more reviews coming shortly. We'll be taking a look at more Hero Factory customs, some more, hopefully, shortly, some new Star Wars LEGO sets as soon as they arrive. And we'll be looking at some more action figures. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. See ya.